Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to share with you PHP error handling. Okay, PHP error handling. What happen if we not use error handling? In an exception happens, it will return fatal error with uncapped exception message. As you can see that if we not use error handling within the when we doing the PHP programming, then it will when the exception happen, it will return the fatal error. As you can see in this example, it will return exception message with fatal error with certain information. As you can see, it will show the error message divide by 0, and also it will show some path, that mean code line number as well, which PHP code page and which line number. Likewise, it will return a lot of information. The problem is, as you can see, it will return the our PHP file and also file path and also and also line number, and also the function name also it will show. That means we don't want show this information to end user. To handle this kind of situation, to handle this exception, we can use exception handling. Using exception handling, we can show what we want. That means if the exception happen, then we not return the default exception error message. Default error message, we create our own error message and we show that error message. We not going to show the default exception fatal error to the end user. Okay. PHP error handling keywords. As you can see here, we have a code block, try, catch, finally. This is the error handling code block. Actually, this try, catch, exception as $ex, and finally, these are the keywords we use with the error handling. Let's go with one by one. Try. Within here, we implement code that may potentially throw an exception. That means within the try block, we do our code implementation. That means if we need to access the database or any kind of programming thing, we written in the within this try block. And let's go to the other one, catch exception as ex. This section only called if exception occurred. That mean this catch block only called when the exception is happened. When the try block, if the exception is triggered, then it's move to a catch block. Within the catch block, we have access to these. There's a one, two, three, four, five exception properties, exception methods. As you can see, get message, it will return the error message, and previous. That means if the exception have a previous error message, it will return this previous message. Get code, it will return the error code. Get file, it will return the file path, and get line, it will return the line number. Like as we see in the first example, file, line number. Likewise, you can see here throw the exception with those information. We can access to those information using these methods. Finally, final block. Code within this block will always be executed after the try and catch block, regardless of whether an exception has been thrown or not. This block called. This is useful for scenarios like closing database connection. Yeah, this final block, anyway, if the exception happened or not, it will trigger the final block after the try and catch. So we can, if we want, we can use this final block. Otherwise, we don't want this final block. We can skip this part. That means we can just, that mandatory parts is try and catch is the mandatory part when we talking about the error handling. Within the final block, we can it will anyway it will trigger after try catch. Then we can use something called that means closing database connection or something like that. We can use for that kind of operations. Here throw is the keyword to create exception. If exception throw, the code following it will not be executed. That means we can throw errors. That means if we need, if we expect some behavior within the code, if we need to pass the exception, we can use this new exception keyword. That mean using this format, we can pass the exception. When we pass the exception, that after this code, that means this new exception, after if there are any code, those code not be not work. That means not triggering, because from here it will return the that means it will jump into the catch block. If we have a try catch, then it will go to the catch block. Otherwise, it will return the exception. Within this exception block, we can exception new exception. We can give a message, error code, and if we have a previous error, then we can give that as well. Here, this is the basic information about the try catch, about the error handling. Let's jump into the code example to understand this more. Okay, I will create a PHP exception. PHP try. Within try, I will print. Okay, this is our try block. Okay, and also I will add the br tag. Sorry, with br. Okay, and let's say we need to throw error because uh, we need to shift this to catch block. That means need to throw error. Then it will switch to throw catch block. Throw new exception. Okay, and let's add the exception catch block, and let's say exception $ex and within this exception block, I will add print. Sorry, I will add the error message. Okay, this is our default error. Okay, and let's add br as well. Br and okay, our default error message. Then finally, let's say print. This is our finally block, and it will run always. Okay, it will run. It will not actually run. Let's say it will execute always. Okay, and now we already created our exception error handling block. Okay, let's go to the browser and check what happened. Okay, now we can see this is our try block, and this is our default error message, and this is the final block. Let's check this default error message. As you can see here, we put this is our default error. That thing it will trigger that thing. Let's say $ex. Let's say get message $ex get message. Okay, let's check now. I think it's blank. Okay, yeah, nothing changed. Here we have to pass our error message. Let's say this is custom 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 error. Okay, let's check. Now you can see the our custom error also happening showing in here. Likewise, we can send any error message with this exception. Okay, and let's try with something real example. Let's create try catch with the real example. Um, let's say we have let's add the function first. Function, let's say divided. Famous example I will use in here. Divided dividend. Sorry, dividend and also division. Division. No. division. Okay, we pass those two things, and we if dollar division equal to 0, that means divide by 0. If it is 0, then let's throw new exception. Let's say division by 0. Okay, uh, because we know now it's 0, division is 0, then definitely there is a exception. We pass exception before it happening from the code level. Let's return, otherwise it will return dividend, divide from division. Okay, here we now still we not implement try catch. Okay, um, here within this function we not implement try catch, but within here I will when it's called within the function we call from here echo divide, let's say 5 and 0. Okay, 5 and 0, and then we add the catch within the catch exception $e and echo unable to divide. Okay, unable to divide. Okay, and also here we can show the error message. Let's say like this error, that means our function error $e uh, get message, like my previous example. Okay, let's try this code with browser. Unable to divide, erase division by 0. Here we done this. We normally actually we can implement this um, error handling within the this function like this. Try. Here we can set catch and exception $ex, and we pass the exception here. We can put this code inside of here. Okay, and also we can echo this from here, and we don't need these things, just we have to call the function, then that function itself can handle the exception, because otherwise when we call these things, if we have to implement try catch again and again, it's not good. Then now we have try catch, we have error handling within the function. Let's go to the browser and try this. Okay, I think I not save this. Okay, I saved. What happened? Okay, ex. Here, ex. It's okay. Now same result we can get. Likewise, we can we can implement this try catch within the function. It is the, I think, good way. And also here I want to show you something that means we can add multiple catch statement as well. And also we can give the final thing as I will add the finally keyword final block, and it will echo mm, your process is completed. Okay, now finally it will return this message as well. I will put this in front of the here. I will put br. Okay, and let's add b as well. Um, okay, let's go to the browser. As you can see, your process is completed. That final block anyway it will work. Otherwise, if the error is happen or not, if we stop this throwing error, let's check with the. That means now we not validate this. we are not validating, we just try to divide by 0. It will trigger error warning actually not exception. It will return the warning divide by 0 warning, and that warning show with in line number, this line number. uh, yeah, that's why we validate this, and we put it as a error, throw as a error, then it will show as a error. And okay, and also here mm, we can add okay, we can as you can see here that our previous document, we had we can use this get message, get previous message, get line, like those things. I will show you the outcome of those fields. Let's use get message is this. Okay, and let's go with the other. Let's add br first. Otherwise, okay, br, and let's go to echo dollar $ex. Uh, sorry, what happened? Here we use this. Okay, dollar $ex get file. Okay, file. Let's say br. Okay, echo dollar $ex. The one is get line. Get line dot br. Mm, the one is I think previous. Okay, anyway, we add the previous as well. Ex get previous. Okay, let's check the document. Here we have getLine, getFile, getCode also there. GetCode. Okay, getCode. Okay, here also we need to add br then. Br. Okay, echo. Oh, sorry. Echo dollar $ex. Mm, get code. Okay, here let's add some text message, uh, message, and here as file location, location, and line number, line number, and uh, previous error, and previous error code, error code, error code, and here also. Okay, let's go to the browser, try to run this. Okay, now we can see error code is 0, previous error is null. We need to add these to our exception message, otherwise it will return the error message divide by 0, file location, and line number, and you are finally block. Okay, within the code we can give 500 as a error code, and we don't have previous error message. Let's go to browser and let's check. As you can see, it will come as a error code. Actually, this is the basic example of error handling when it's come to uh, PHP. And yeah, I hope you guys understand the idea behind of this error handling, and yeah, I think it's this video is useful. Thank you very much for watching my videos.